Everyone throws around the term SPR nowadays, but what actually is an SPR? Is it just a fancy AR-15 or is it something more? Let's find out. What's up guys? Today we are breaking down SPR rifles. We're going to talk about what they are, where they came from, and why they are one of the most popular precision rifle platforms available today. So what does SPR stand for? SPR stands for Special Purpose Rifle. The concept came out of the United States Special Operations Command, who needed something to bridge the gap between a standard infantry fighting rifle and a dedicated sniper system. It's basically a precision-focused rifle that still keeps the mobility and semi-auto capability of the AR platform of rifles. The original SPR program was developed by groups like the Naval Surface Warfare Center. They took rifles based on the M16 and modified them for better accuracy, longer barrels, free float handguards, match grade ammo, higher magnification optics. An SPR isn't a sniper rifle, and it's not just a basic carbine either. It fills that designated marksman role, you could say, engaging targets accurately at medium ranges while still being fast and flexible because of its lightweight.
Oh hell yeah, how's that shot?
They're very popular because they're super versatile. You can take them down to the range, stretch it out to 500 yards, but still run close in 20-yard drills and be perfectly fine. Another reason these are very popular, and something that I don't feel like gets talked about really, at least I haven't seen, is I think these are about the ideal or ultimate male fantasy rifle. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, I feel like most men, at least somewhere in their mind, have had a fantasy of the world ending, there being an apocalypse, you having to bug out, it's just you and your gun surviving on the land. And I feel like depending on where you live, of course, maybe you're more of an urban environment, but if you are more rural or live in the mountains, you've probably thought about that. What is that gun? That one gun, if I could only have one that I would take with me into the mountains. I feel like for a lot of people it would be this type of gun, this type of build, maybe not 5.56, maybe not an AR, maybe it's an AK, or even a bolt action. But I feel like most people would gravitate towards somewhat of a precision-oriented long range magnified optic AR. Maybe that's even a shorter barrel, longer barrel, whatever you want. Of course, people have their own tastes, but I feel like somewhere in all men, there is that part of them that has dreamed about that. I know of other people that have, so it is a good gun for that. Also, it's a great gun for LARPing in the woods with your friends. Now, what is LARPing? LARPing is pretending to be someone that is cooler than you, because a lot of people aren't very cool, but they like to pretend they are. As long as you pretend you are in a safe way, there's nothing wrong with it. So, the general build of an SPR. What makes it an SPR as opposed to just a mid-range fighting rifle or a kind of more do-it-all gun? Well, the SPR is generally going to be more focused on the higher end of magnification and range, obviously. But what do I mean by that? Well, we're probably not going to be seeing anything lower than a 1 to 8 LPVO magnification range. Most of them seem to have a 2 to 10 or a 2 to 12, maybe even like a 3 to 16 if you're kind of trying to push it. You'll almost always see a bipod of some sort, very often a suppressor. I literally never shoot unsuppressed, so I of course have one on mine. You're going to see longer barrels, usually at a minimum of 16 inches. Mine's 16. I've shot out to 850 yards with this. It does great. Obviously you have to get the right ammo, but no problem once you've done that.
Versus.
Okay, I am inside now. It was legitimately freezing outside. I'm talking like less than 32 degrees freezing. So we are going to do a build breakdown because I'm sure some of you are wondering what some of these parts are. Well, the base rifle is a Wilson Combat 16-inch AR-15. Nothing really that special about it. It was my first ever gun. Got it when I was 18. It's sweet, shot a lot of rounds through it, like it quite a bit. Besides that, all the extra parts. Let's go over them from tip to butt. Up here we have a Huxworks Flow 6K suppressor. It is a 6mm suppressor in case I ever get a 6mm gun, and it is stainless steel, so we don't have any of the titanium sand blasting or flashing going on. I did not really want any of that, and it performs beautifully. I love that suppressor. It was my first suppressor that I ever bought. Coming back from that, we have an Accutac bipod, sorry. That, I actually don't know the model. I think it's the BR4 or BR4N or something like that. It's BR something. It's a super stiff, very well made bipod. My only complaint is that it is super heavy and would be better suited on a bolt gun. But I got it for a absolute steal of a deal, so I could not pass it up. I think it was like half off, and these are expensive bipods. If you know, you know. So it was a good deal, couldn't pass on that. Moving farther back, we have a Primary Arms GLX 2.5 to 10 magnified optic that is sitting in a Reptilia AUS mount, or AUS. I don't know how they pronounce it, if it's spelled out or said aloud. But I got both of those also as a steal of a deal, used. The scope came with these 100 Concepts hex cap or hex flash hider, I don't know what you call that exactly, and scope caps, both front and rear. As it was a steal of a deal, I could not say no, and I do enjoy them, but I'm not sure if I would have bought them for a scope if they did not come with it. Moving beyond that, we have a Bravo Company or BCM blemished ambidextrous charging handle. I buy a lot of parts blemished, so why not? I mean, because it saves you money and they are the exact same. Moving all the way to the back, we have a Reptilia Recce stock. This, I don't know, I just kind of thought it was a cool stock and that's why I bought it, but I do enjoy it quite a bit. No complaints there. Moving down here by the trigger well, we have a standard, I don't know what model it is. I guess it's not the like base model, but one of like the basic Magpul grips. Moving up, we have a Geissele SD3G trigger. That was also a blem. I think that was like $170 or something. Pretty cheap, because that's like a pretty expensive trigger otherwise. Besides that, everything else is just part of the Wilson Combat gun. All the lower parts kits are stock. The safety is just a stock, boring one, if you want to call it that. The bolt carrier group is just a stock Wilson Combat. The barrel is all stock. No adjustable gas block or anything. But that is the rifle build. Thank you for watching my first time making a gun video for YouTube. I had fun. I hope you enjoyed watching. And with that, I will be bidding you farewell and seeing you in the next one. Bye.